Hello, the game is Once Human. This video is going to be about the cash shop. I'm going to go over the battle pass a little bit, but mostly going to be talking about the RNG gamble boxes, which I'm just going to say up front, I think they should be illegal. That's my opinion. But I don't want to, rain on anybody's parade. This video is not going to just be about dissing them. I'm going to try to pass along information so you understand how they work, hopefully so you can understand why you should avoid them. But also, if you don't want to avoid them and you want to spend your hard-earned money the way you want to, that you understand how they function so you can best spend it in the most thoughtful and proper way. I don't know. So let me begin with the boring battle pass, and I'll just make it real quick. So you hit F3. You go in here, and this is your free version. Simple standard battle pass. Has some nice stuff. Few cosmetics, kind of limiting as to what. You can see the good stuff over here, like standard battle passes. When you hit the 10th level, it changes. So standard, got some kind of okay stuff, but it's free. You get that just from playing a game. This is a free game, by the way. I'm not ragging on Once Human. I like this game. I got a lot of hours. This game actually just surpassed, Lost Ark, I think, in hours played for me. Now, the paid battle pass is $10. This is the main draw to it. This is the main cosmetic you get. Unlocks nice and early at level 30. What else do we have on here? Let me spin through it. This is the other draw to it. So this is their last battle pass. They did the same thing with a sniper rifle. It's really nice. I like this dragon skin on your weapons. It looks good, the gold and the red. I like that the dragon scales are kind of animated, which makes it nice. It's kind of subtle. I like a little bit of subtle animations. And then, what else? Is that it? The gun. And then there's actually a lot of nice little house decorations on it. What is this? A weapon cosmetic. Some personal cosmetics. But those are the main two draws. I think there's even a map in here. Like they got this, billboard. I think it's like Mayflower themed, like Mayflower based themed kind of thing. So I think all in all, the battle pass for $10 is kind of okay. You get one cosmetic and one animated weapon cosmetic and some other stuff. Now this is where it gets a little predatory, but not too bad for the battle pass. If you hit purchase the luxurious edition, the good stuff that people are going to want are in here. This cage is very desirable. It just looks cool. It's more like Halloween themed. Dude's locked up. It's got these little fake arms, so whatever deviant you put in here, it's going to look like they got little arms. Like, hey, a little security camera just to make it kind of feel, more confined and watched. Pretty cool cosmetic. And then this one, I don't know what it does. I probably should have looked. I think it's animated and it shines light. It's just a placeable in your base. That's something that really appeals to me, but I haven't seen it yet. And then you got your frame, which isn't animated. It doesn't look like it's animated. I don't know, maybe it's just because in this preview it doesn't show the animation. Usually these higher end frames are like animated. And then you got your portraits or whatever. So why do I think that's a little bit predatory? Taking all the best stuff out of a battle pass and making and charging you more than double than what the battle pass is a little predatory to me. So this is $10, and then you got to pay another $14 for a total of $24 to get this premium deluxe version. And for $14, you basically just get these 4 things. I think that's a little. They seem to be pushing the edges with the pricing. And again, this is just my opinion, but I think $24 for a battle pass is high. I think $14 for just 4 items to add to the battle pass is high. Upgrades the battle pass level 15. That's worthless. What am I at 7? I barely even played the game since this battle pass came out. So that's the battle pass. Overall, not too bad, but I don't like how they separate these out. I think they should be included in the battle pass, maybe $5 more or something like that. But $14 more is kind of excessive. Maybe even $7 more. But anyway, not too horrible. I'll just do the shop real quick, but I'm not going to cover the shop much. Just so you can kind of see. Like, they have these little deals for $1 once in a while for this stuff. I bought this one for $1. That's what I'm currently wearing. So they're nice, you know. This one's like $20 or $18, something like that. All these 1280s. This one's much more expensive. So, I mean, is that worth $20 to you? I mean, that's a well-designed cosmetic for this game. It's got animations. It's got lights. This one's funny. You see a lot of people wearing this. I mean, the graphics look awesome. Like it looks like somebody's wearing a pajama dinosaur set. The teddy bear. And then they got the teddy bear package, I think, where he includes like a dance that he does. $20. So I'm okay with this. I think they're a little high for what they are, but you know, $20 isn't bad. I'd be okay if they charged $100 for this. My thing about cosmetics, this is no pay to win in this game. It's pure cosmetics, right? So you can't complain about it. The game's 100% free. You can do everything in it. The only thing you need to buy is cosmetics. And there's some cosmetics in the game that you can buy, you know? There's a lot of cosmetics that you don't need to buy. There's a lot of cosmetics in the game that you get for free, but the best ones are obviously here, right? They separate them out, and you gotta buy them if you want to look different or hugely different. And I'm okay with that. And I'd be okay if they charged $100 for this, because what I'm okay is they put a price on it, and it's your choice. Buy it or don't buy it, right? Too bad if you can't afford $100 for a teddy bear outfit. I can't feel bad about that. A cosmetic in a video game that you want, that you just can't afford, wait for it to go on sale, right? Wait for it to go down, drop down 90% in price. What I don't like is these treasure chests. They call them Lightforge loot crates. They're RNG boxes. They're gambling boxes. And I'm going to go over this in depth and in detail. This is what the video is about. I want people to understand these. The new one just came out, Freezing Mist. The old one that had the flaming motorcycle is now gone. So these are limited, exclusive time things. I got the FOMO there. I don't know if they'll ever come back. I'm sure they will at some point. They're going to recoup some sales money from them flaming motorcycles. It'll bring them back out. But who knows? Who knows if they ever will? Who knows when they will, if they do? But they are limited. So they got that little bit of FOMO, which, you know, I'm okay with. I actually kind of like limited deals. It gives it a little more grandeur. Like, hey, I was here on this first month, and I got the flaming motorcycle. And now I get to ride it around for a year or two. And you can't ever get it, no matter how much money you got, because I was here. So I kind of like that exclusivity to it. A lot of people don't. So I don't mind that as much. What I don't like is the RNG and the gambling. So let's get into that. How much is it going to cost, and what do you get from these things? And what's the best way to spend the money if you are going to spend the money on this? So, where do I start? The currency first? Let's go with the currency first, and then we'll do the mechanics of the loot boxes. So this is your main currency. Christian, I think it's how it's pronounced. Christian is how it would be pronounced, I guess. That G in there is really weird. Anyway, it's here's the pricing for it. So basically $1 for 60 of them. So for every dollar you spend, you get 60. And the breakpoints, where are my notes? Sorry, my notes weren't prepped. Let me get my notes down here. I did all the math on this stuff for the video. Alright, so $5. The breakdown is you get this. It's 66, so you get a little bump. 66 per dollar spent. The $15 is 72 per dollar spent. This is the highest jump, so it goes from 60, 66 to 72. That's a pretty big jump per dollar spent. And then this one jumps to 77.6. This one jumps to, I missed one. 72 to 76 to 77.6 to 78.8. So we'll just call it 60, 66, 72, big jump, small jump to 76, small jump to, we'll say 78, and small jump to 79. So not a huge jump in value on these, even though you're buying more. Because you're buying more coins, it looks like a huge jump in value, but per dollar spent, not a huge jump in value. The $15 point is the best jump in currency per dollar. So why does that matter? It might matter a little bit later on. I just want you to understand what these currencies are, about how much you get, what the value is for it. Now, let's get out of the currency. For these loot boxes, treasure chest. Dude, these menus are crazy. Like, I'm clicking this. Like, why is that working? You gotta click that. So the first mechanic, or let's stick with the currency. So the next currency is the Lightforge ingot. Lightforge ingot costs 160 of the cash money currency, right, that we buy. So 160 of these, you get one of these. One of these opens one box. See, here it says open one. You don't have to buy these with the currency. If you just have the currency and click open, it'll say, hey, do you want to spend 160 on that to open it? And you hit yes. And then this is Lightforge Relic. Lightforge Relic is when you get a duplicate. So if you go in here and look, you can only have one of these, right? So if you roll a box and get two of these little hangy things, the second one will give you 6, call them scrap currencies or whatever, a duplicate currency. So you'll get 6 of those. And then, or I'm sorry, you won't, sorry, absolutely incorrect there. You won't get 6 of these. You will get 2 to 4, I think. I think there's a breakdown. So like this value is 25. That's how much it costs to buy. So I think if you get this as a duplicate, you get a little bit more, maybe 3, maybe 4. I'm not sure what the ratio is on that. If you know the ratio, post it in a comment, please. But you get those scrap tokens, and you can save them up and just purchase something. Like, let's say you really wanted this gun, but you didn't get it. If you had enough for 30, you could just buy it. However, what the other thing you could do, limited, only 10 of them, is you can buy more ingots. These ingots are the ingots that give you another roll. So you can get 10 more rolls for 80 of these, right? They're 8 each. You can get a maximum of 10. And that's really probably what I would suggest doing, and I'll kind of get into that in a later bit, unless there's something you really want in here that you can afford that you didn't get when you rolled. So that's what these are. Money, things that you buy with money, ingots that you buy with the things you buy with money, and then duplicate scraps that you can use to buy the things instead of rolling for them or buying more rolls. That's what the currency is. Now, they got the probability guides right here listed. So if you click on this, it gives you all the rules and information. And I read this for like 45 minutes straight. Read it through like several times, trying to understand what they mean. The wording's kind of and kind of left to interpretation a little bit. And that's one of the reasons why I'm going over this video, to just kind of go through everything with you. I'm not going to go through these line by line what this means. I'm just going to tell you everything. You know what I mean? But the probabilities are important. So this Legendary Gold Lightforge collection means the gold ones, you got a 1% chance of getting them, which is much higher than before. They increased this. It was 0.4. Epic Lightforge collection. So this is also part of the collection, even though it's not gold. It's a 2.6 chance. Much lower, which is good. They lowered this. It used to be like 5.6, something like that. They lowered it, which is good for you. They're making it easier to get the good stuff that everybody wants instead of blocking it. So in this round, it's easier than it was in the past. I think they got pushed back or something like that. And then this stuff where it doesn't call it Lightforge Collection, that's Lightforge Collection 2 is Lightforge Collection 3 says purple other. That's another separate category. That's all the other stuff. So all the purple stuff, 49.5% chance, and then all the blue stuff, 46.9% chance when you roll box. That's the chances per box that you get. So let's see what to talk about next. So that's the probabilities. That's right here if you can see it. You can pull it up. Now here's a mechanic. Let's get into the mechanics. So when you this thing is kind of tricky here. Guaranteed within 30 draws. So what that means is you're guaranteed one of the good drops when you hit 30. After you open 30 boxes, if you didn't get one, you're guaranteed to get one. It'll just, when you open that 30th box, it'll 100% be one of the better ones. And then this mechanic here is for your first 10 rolls, they're 50% off. So they cost 160. Your first 10 will only be 80 each. So that's nice. So when you go in here and you look at this, you can click here to look at the stuff, or you can click here to look at the stuff. They're kind of the same thing. So basically, this has a, what, 2 point something percent chance. This has a 1% chance. This has a 1% chance is how it breaks down. See these stars? These stars, these are the things that you get when you hit 30. So if it has a star on it, even this purple one, when you hit your 30th roll, you'll either get one of these, one of these, one of these, based on the percentage chance. Now this was, I think it was 2.6 is what I said, and this was 1 and 1. Much better than before. Also, they only have one of these. I call these blockers. In this one, you'll see that this is the desirable thing a lot of people want, because it's a huge building set that's very unique style, beach theme. It's very unique within the game, so you can make like a, if you like building your house, you can make like a very cool like outdoor kind of beach area. So a lot of people wanted this. Some people, I would imagine, wanted this. It looks pretty silly. A little bubble maker. Probably looks better on the girl. Yeah, so it's just like a silver swimsuit, little bubble maker. This actually does glow at night, so it looks better like in the game than it does right here. But I don't think this was a huge draw for people. I think people that did play this wanted this more, but I don't know. But either way, these two, I think, are the big draws. This is just a weapon, and as cool as it looks, it probably wasn't a big draw. But these are the three low percentage ones, and you see they have the star on them. But also look down here. Now you got two ones that are that have the star on them as well. I call these blockers. Like, people typically aren't spending a lot of money to get a whale that blows water for their thing. Like, is it cool? Sure, but that's not what you're coming in here spending $100 for. You're not spending $100 for this. Is this cool? Sure, I would like to have that, but I'm not trying to spend $100 for a glow stick, you know, make my weapon look like a glow stick like that. What people are doing is spending it for this. And I wish the other one was still here so I could show you, because that had a lot of good stuff, like a flaming motorcycle and the outfit. So it was basically a flaming motorcycle and a really cool looking outfit that you could get, and it was really desirable. Then you got all this other stuff. And this is what I rolled, by the way. So here's what I did. So I came in and I spent my 10. See, I got 10 of 30. Let me click on it before he starts playing music and I get a copyright strike or whatever. This is what I got. I got 7 out of 10. I paid $15 to get my 10 rolls, and I'll go into that in a second. But just because I wanted this sticker. And I ended up getting this little goofy hat too, which was pretty cool. I didn't even know that was in there. I didn't really even care to look. I don't care about any of this other stuff today. Ooh, I should probably attach that to my thing. What is that, a bubble blower? Yeah, I don't care about any of this other stuff. The weapon sticker's pretty cool too. So I just really wanted the holographic stickers. They were really cool looking, and I wanted to grab them. And that's why I did it. And then also just because I've been playing this game. I bought the Battle Pass. It's a really good game. They deserve a little money. I've been having a lot of fun, putting a lot of hours into this game, and didn't mind spending 15 more bucks to get something I want and help them out. However, it can get very predatory very fast. So now that we kind of went over the mechanics, let me get off of there a little bit, let's go into how it's going to play out for you when you try to do this. So you're going to come in here, and how much money are you going to try to spend to get this? I want you to keep. I want to do like a teacher, right? All right, students, how much money would you spend for this cosmetic? You need to price this, put it into a shop, and what would the maximum amount of money you'd be willing to spend to make your character look like this for a cosmetic? Would it be $10? Would it be $20? Would it be $30? Would you be willing to spend $40 for this? Now, keep in mind, it even looks better in the game when it's darker out. You can actually see these pulses go through like the leg armor and stuff. It looks cool. It's like silvery, rainbowy. And then this thing here in his hand, here, let's look at the female version. Looks great. You know, I'm not sure I like the back there that much, but nice and hooded character, silver hooded. This thing, in game, when they're just sitting idle, your character will like bring this up, and a holographic, like hawk or eagle will come out of it and fly around, and then come back, and she'll capture it and put it back in. Looks really cool, nice, nice little idle animation that comes with it that it doesn't display here. What would you pay for it? 20, 30, 40, 50? Would you pay $60 just for your character to look like this? $100? Keep that in mind. What would you pay for it? And then this backpack really goes well with it. Do you want that backpack, or do you want the Halloween looking backpack, or do you want them both? And that's all this does. It just shimmers a little bit. The wings don't spread out when you jump or anything, which I thought would have been cool. So just keep that in mind. What would you spend to have either just this or to have the full set, right? And I'm sure you don't really care much about this gun, although it does look pretty cool. Probably don't care too much about it. This is a really cool trinket for your house. Nice big white fireplace, looks cool, but you know, how much are these really worth to you? Cool looking planter boxes. They're pretty cool. I might actually, I might spend another 15 on this. I don't know, just because these planter boxes are cool and it might give me a chance. But so let's go into how you should spend, or what happens when you spend. It's going to be kind of two of the same. So what I would recommend if you are going to spend is get these 10 rolls first to see what happens. You might get lucky. It's a very, 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 very small chance you'll get lucky. 1% chance rolled 10 times is, I think it's like 9% chance or 9.5% chance or something like that. So it's a very low chance. Like, think if you're rolling a 10-sided dice, what's the chance it's going to come up on the single number that you call, right? That's the chance of you getting that. It's a very slim chance that it's going to happen. It's most likely not going to happen. You're going to spend this, and the only thing you're going to get is some of the blues and the purples. Maybe 5 to 8 of them, right? I'm sure you'll get a couple duplicates. What you will have once you do that, so you'll come in here. How much do you need? You need a $15 worth, because it's 800. So they're $80 each times 10 is 800. So you're going to need to buy the $15 pack, right? And then you'll come in here, and I wouldn't recommend just opening all 10. Open them one at a time. I don't think there's any like chance percent bonuses. Like, it'd be different if it said spend 10, increase the rare chance to 1.5% or something like that. You know what I mean? Like that, it'd be worth it if you had something like that, but it doesn't. So I would say spend one at a time, so that if you do get the reward on roll 3, you get that. You can stop if you want. You know what I mean? And save your money or spend it elsewhere or whatever. So I would roll one at a time. It's going to cost you $15 to do 10 rolls. See what you get. You're probably not going to get the stuff, right? So let's assume you don't get the stuff. Let's assume what happened to be will happen to you. You get roughly 7 items with some duplicates. At that point, you could probably buy 1 or 2 of the crates to get 1 or 2 free rolls. But regardless, you'll have 10 out of 30. So now you'll be thinking, okay, so I got 10 out of 30 draws, 20 more draws, and I 100% get a chance to get one of these. And hopefully it's not the blocker, right? Which I think with the blocker's chance being much lower and this being much higher. Before, this was 5% and this was 0.4, so that made it roughly, again, a 1 in 10 chance. So it's like you get a 1 in 10 chance when you spend the first 10, and then once you spend up to 30, you would have had a 1 in 10 chance. Now it's a little bit better. This is, what was this? I forget what it was now. 2 point something. 2.6. So that's harder to do the math. I'm gonna need my calculator. It's harder to do the math in my head. So it gives you like a 3.8% chance versus a 10% chance. It's a 1 in. So it's like a 1 in 5, I think. So instead of a 1 in 10, it's a 1 in 5 is what it looks like they did. Oops. Not 3. Go back in the shop. So it looks like when you hit 30, and if none of these are taken, you got a 1 in 5 chance instead of a 1 in 10 chance, which is a lot better. And correct me if I'm wrong on that math, but it'll probably be around that. Probably be pretty close. Which is a lot better than 1 in 10 chance, what it was before when you hit 30. Still, though, that's like rolling a dice, and, you know, if it doesn't hit 6, you lose. You know what I mean? A 6-sided dice or something. And then most likely what's going to happen is you get this. That's what's most likely going to happen when you hit your 30. So you got to be prepared for that. So we're at $15, and we hit our 10 roll. What do we got to do to get to 30? Well, To get to 30, you need to spend all in all, with factoring in the fact that you're going to get some scraps, and let's say you'll be able to get 3 to 5 extra rolls. You're going to have to, what you're going to have to do is spend 4,480 in total for 30 shots. So let's go back in here. So basically what that breaks down to in simplistic terms, to get that 30, you buy the 15 for your 10, and then to get the next amount that you need, you're going to have to buy 50. So from go to 10 to 30, you're going to need to buy the $50 one to cover it. So if you just want to try to hit that first 30 mark, I would recommend boom, boom, roll the 10, see what you get. Roll the, get up to 30, see what you get. If you don't want to piecemeal it out like that, I would just say buy the 100 because it's the biggest value. That's the largest value to have. Spend $100 and then you can start your rolls from there. And do this. I would still do the same method. Do the 10 one at a time. I always do it one at a time. As far as I know, there's no benefit opening 10 at a time, other than making a larger commitment for no reason. So when you hit your 30, now the other thing is I want to mention, if you get one of these, if you get this while you're rolling your 10, or while you're rolling your way to 30, opening boxes is what I mean by rolling. If you're rolling the dice trying to get to 30 and you open this when it's 20, you get this. It's then going to reset that down to 0. So when you get one of the starred items, if you get the blocker, it's going to reset your 30 draws down to 0, is what happens. And that's kind of important because the way this is set up, and here's the key part, guys. This is the key part that I want to kind of get across. The way this is all set up is like a sunken cost fallacy, right? So it's a mental thing where people get sucked into the effort or the cost that they already put into something. It makes it that much harder to stop, because you're kind of like, people want to fully commit, like they want the result. So well, I'm already there, I'm already in it, so let's go in it further. However, what is obscure a lot of times on the sunken cost fallacy is you might think you're halfway in it, or 60% of the way through it. Let's just push through that 40% and get to the end and get our reward. But the reality is you might be 10 or 15%, and you just can't see that. And they use these little mechanics. Trust me, this is well thought out and on purpose. This isn't just, it's coincidental it's like this. These are people sitting down doing the math to a T and figuring out everything. And they came up, I could tell there's a lot of thought behind this. This is all part of the sunken cost fallacy. This little 50% off thing is to get you in the quicksand, right? This is to get you to step in and sink up to your ankles. And then once you're in there, they want you to, I'm here, let me just wiggle my way out. You know what I mean? So this is where it's predatory to me. Although, gambling boxes in and of themselves are predatory because they're gambling. I know it's not money, but it still causes the same effect. It's still pulling that slot machine. It's pulling the slot machine, it's still gambling, even though you're not getting money at the end. You're spending money, and I don't like that. You're spending money to hit a random reward. That's gambling. Anyway, so you do your first 10. That pulls you in. Oh, you're close to 30. That's more sunken cost. Oh, I didn't hit it at 30. Well, geesh, now I'm $65 in. So it's like, okay, I spent 15. I'll just spend 50 more. Oh, no, now I'm $65 in. What do I got to take to roll another 30, and get through it? And then sorry if it seems like I'm rambling. There's just a lot to this, right? There's a lot of these little gotcha mechanics in here. And then you also had the blockers, which admittedly aren't as bad in this one. Lost my train of thought. So yeah, you get your first 10, your 30. Then the reward boxes, and then you got these. So you'll still have, like, when you get to that point of $65 spent, you'll still have some of these. And this will be like, this is my last hope. I still have some freebies, so I'll spend a little bit more money. And then, I'll have some more freebies, and I'll go until the 10's gone. You know what I mean? I'll get my free chances or my lower cost chances. I'll just spend it till I get that. So there's a lot of these little points where, like, it seems like it's a lifeline and it might take you to the next level, but then they got it so if you get one of the blockers, it resets it, which admittedly there's not as many blockers. There was five I think there was 5 total, so there was 3 blockers on both the other ones. But that's how it works. And in the end, if you fully commit, I think I did a little bit of the math, but based on how much scrap you get and how lucky you get and this, that, or other, I think to get this whole set guaranteed, to get these 2 items, not this whole set, I don't care about anything else, I just want these 2, will cost you around $200, I think, if you're unlucky. And I would fully expect to pay that, you know, just based on the odds of what's going to happen. Most likely you aren't going to roll these. You're very lucky if you do get one. So think of it this way. So that question I asked in the beginning, how much would you pay for this? Would it be $200? Because that's what you could potentially have to pay to get this. $200. And it was even worse in older ones. Calculations were like $350, something like that, maybe even a little more, depending on how unlucky you got. So yeah, it was pretty crazy, pretty nuts. Here's another thing I want to leave you with. I think I went through the video, explained it enough, but I just want to leave this with you. How much? So I asked you a question, how much would you pay? And then I asked you a question, would you pay $200 for this? How would you feel if you did the 10 rolls and you didn't get it? And then you were like, all right, let me go up to the 30 and try for my guarantee, which is going to be 15 plus 50. That's $65. So you're now spending $65 to try to get this, and you still don't get it. For $65, let's say you only got this and some of the things in here. Nothing above this. Let's say you got this gun and some of the stuff down here for $65. How would you feel about that? How would you feel if you kind of just wanted this and you were willing to pay $65, but you still didn't get it? I ask that because there's a very good probability that that will be the case. And you'll be left in the dust, right? So they're more likely that you won't, for $65, you won't see either of these, is more than likely. So keep that in mind. Would you pay $65 for this? And then ask yourself, if you don't get it, how are you going to feel if you pay $65 and don't get it? There you go. So my advice overall would be to leave these mechanics alone, leave these RNG boxes alone. I know the cosmetic is awesome. Don't support it. Maybe it'll lower the price. Maybe it'll just start putting more cosmetics in the direct to buy category. Like if they put this in as a premium thing, like this is going to be premium and it costs $40, you know, something like that, I think they would get a lot more sales. And then maybe, hey, it'll be premium and we won't bring it back for 6 months and then we'll bring it back at normal price or something like that. But for $65, you get some of this stuff. Would you be happy with that? That's the question. Because to guarantee it, you're going to need to spend about $200 to guarantee it. And you can easily be sitting in quicksand trying to, you know, stuck with the sunken cost fallacy with this loot box. So regardless, so obviously I'm advising against it. I don't like these things, but hopefully in this video I showed you how it works so you understand it a little bit better so you can make a wiser choice. And if you do decide to spend your money, listen, I ain't judging you. You're supporting a game. You want to spend $200 on this. You're supporting a game I like, so thanks. You know, you're making it profitable for all of us free-to-players. I try to support it, but within reason, right? I would support it more if it was more like Path of Exile, where they have really great cosmetics and some things you need. Like I spent probably $150, $200 in Path of Exile throughout my limited use of it. I don't even play it that much, to be honest with you. Just because I like their monetization models. It's not creepy, it's not predatory, it's just straightforward, and they make a really good product and they charge a pretty fair price for it. And I think and it's a free game, and I think that's a good model. I think that's probably one of the best models in the gaming industry right now as far as free to play with cosmetic. Anyway, yeah, but I hope you got a understanding of how this rolls and best way to take advantage of it. And if you want to do it incrementally, do the 10, try to get the 30, and then from there you can make your decision if you want to go crazy. But just be aware that this is designed to do that, and it is a sunken cost kind of thing. Anyway, that's the video. I really hate doing all menu videos. Oh, here, let me show you the stickers that I go crazy for. These are stickers, the holographic stickers. I know it's the stupid buzz. It's just the holographic colors It reminds me of those cool-ass, high-quality 80s stickers that you'd get. The high-quality ones. Oh, man, I can barely move. I'm so hungry and thirsty from sitting there. So, anyway, I figured I just wanted some of them. See if anybody bought my gold. Nope. Good. I get tired of replenishing that thing. Anyway, that's the video. Thank you very much. I appreciate you watching. And I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe too. Appreciate it. See you guys later. Oh, here, let me get into the... Oh, here, let me show you my little... This is my kind of semi-well decorated room. Prismatic Diggy Boy. Oh, I did get this rare, by the way. That was, the rares are a little easier to get. They call them shinies, the shiny Pokemon. Pink version of the yellow slime. I was trying for the blue. I'm hoping to get that today. I'll go farm it a little bit more. What did I do? I left this down here. Alright, now I'm just extending time on this stupid video. Where did I want that? Right there or something? Oh, wait, that's a radio. Oh, no, it's not. It's like the little decoder thing. I don't know. Anyway, appreciate you watching. See you guys in the next video. Let me get my sign off here next to Prismatic Diggy Boy. See you guys later. Bye-bye.